Good morning, you beautiful people. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. Amongst all of this excitement with Black Ops 4, the positivity, the hype for it, I want to voice a concern. My number one concern with Black Ops 4 and its zombie maps is how each map is going to be compelling, unique, and interesting. There are two main reasons why I am cautious about this: the new specialist system and the new perk vapor system. Starting with the new specialist system, if I understand this correctly, each character is going to get their own unique specialist that will carry out throughout every single map. You can rank it up, you can get it better. Blundell has said that it gets better as the rounds progress in some form or fashions. We don't know the exact details of this, but we have seen something similar in World War II Zombies. World War II Zombies, you got to pick a special ability from a list of like 5 or 6 special abilities, and that's just what your character got. It wasn't character specific, but it was player specific, sort of like a loadout. Now you might be like, Donuts, why is that an issue? Because that worked in World War II and it's not necessarily a bad system. Well, here's the thing. Taking the specialist away from the map itself and giving it to the player takes away some of the charm that makes that map interesting, unique, and fun. If every player could get the Skull of Non-Sopway on every single map, then Zetsubou no Shima would lose part of what makes it interesting and part of the reason why I want to play Zetsubou no Shima. One of the things that makes Gorod Krobi so fantastic in my eyes is the Gauntlet of Siegfried. It's so powerful, it's so awesome, it's just amazing, and if I could just have the Gauntlet of Siegfried on every single map, then it takes away part of what makes Gorod Krobi so great. And so I'm afraid with all of these Black Ops 4 maps, we are going to lose, at least in some part, some of what makes a map unique. I feel like this is best felt, and a good analogy for this is going to be the Darkest Shore here in World War II. The Darkest Shore has fog and a new boss zombie. Other than that, it is basically the Final Reich, well, except with like less features and more bare bones. I don't want zombies maps to boil down to just simple different map layouts and map designs and different boss zombies. I don't think that's compelling enough to make me play a zombie map. And that's what I feel that World War II Zombies really has come down to. Hey, here's a new map, it's a different layout, and a new boss zombie. Have fun. Now granted, Treyarch is just notorious and absolutely fantastic at putting in other Easter eggs, other abilities, other mechanics within their zombie maps, so I'm not too worried about that, but it's a concern that I have. Moving on to the second thing that I'm worried about, and that is the perk vapors. Now, I'm, again, very early in the life cycle of Black Ops 4. It's not even come out yet. We're speculating here. And I'm not sure exactly how it's going to be implemented, but it sounds like, you know how we have random perk locations in Zombies beforehand, you know, all the way back since Shinonuma? It sounds like before the game starts, we are going to be able to select which perk vapor we want in which machine. And I get that this is all focused on the player, giving the player as much specialization, as much customization as possible. I feel like this is gonna benefit a lot of not new, but just, it's gonna make it a little bit more easier in some ways, I think, depending on the location, of course, but something about it doesn't stand right with me. Like, think about if you could choose the location of where Jug is on Zetsubou no Shima. You know, part of what makes Zetsubou no Shima so difficult, at least in solo, is that you have to turn on the power and open the bunker and turn on that power in order to start to get Juggernog. That's a lot of stuff that you have to do before you get Juggernog. That is a map that is designed into the map. That is a difficulty set within the map that the developer said, this is Zetsubou no Shima, this is what you have to do in order to get Juggernog. End of story. Now, imagine you are just in Black Ops 4 and you could just pick wherever you want Juggernog to be. I think wherever Juggernog is, I just want that to be where Quick Revive is, because I want to, as soon as I spawn in, save up a couple hundred points, a couple thousand points, I get Juggernog. It makes the game so easy, unless tense, less exciting. Again, this could completely be alleviated by where specifically these machines are actually going to be. If they're all in a difficult position, I am sure Treyarch has figured that stuff out and has thought of this possibility already, but I thought I would just voice my concerns. And the specifics of these mechanics hasn't been really displayed. Obviously, we've not played it yet. There are a couple things that could make these things better, starting with the specialist. If that character unique specialist changed for every single map, that could give maps more uniqueness. You know, I mean, that would be actually insane, because that would mean there's 4 specialist weapons for every single map, which, hey, that would be like a dream come true. That would be awesome. 4 different wonder weapons for each different character in every single map. That's amazing. And that would maintain the map uniqueness. That would be like, hey, I want to play 9 because it has these sets of specialist weapons, but I also like Voyage of Despair because it has these sets of specialist weapons. I don't think it's going to happen, because in the trailer we saw the staff in both 9 and Voyage of Despair, but that's just something that they could do. And something I mentioned with perk vapors is if they had like a default, here's where all of the perk vapors are set up originally. You just jump into the map. That's how they designed the map. But if you want to go into a custom game, change those around, do whatever you want to do, that's fine. But in the regular base standard map, they have perk locations in a set location. I don't think they're going to do that, because it sounds like they're not going to do that, but that's again something that could help alleviate one of my concerns. But those are really it. Those are my 2 main concerns, apart from, you know, they haven't mentioned gobblegums quite yet. I know Mr. Waffles just came out with a video sort of talking about it, but it sounds like they don't want to talk about it yet, so I'm not going to talk about it yet. Double Pack Punch, we've heard nothing about Double Pack Punch, which really makes me concerned, because either I will release a video or have already released a video about difficulty and how Double Pack Punch makes the game too easy or more fair, and which side of the argument I land on there. But I really want Double Pack Punch to return, so I'm worried about that as well, but we'll see. All will be answered when the time comes. Anyway, that's all I have time for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until the next absolutely beautiful Zombies morning, I'll catch up with you guys later. And as always, stay beautiful.